Dude, check this guy out. At 93, he's as fit as a 40-year-old. His body offers lessons on aging.
Is this the guy who can do the pull-ups? I've seen an old, very old man who can do pull-ups.
He's a four-time world champion in indoor rowing with the aerobic engine of a healthy 30 or 40-year-old.
So does
body fat percentage of a whippet, it says.
I don't know what that is, but does it say what like athletic stuff he's done when he was in his 50s?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think he started till he was older.
Oh,
Isn't that interesting?
Really cool.
Yeah, he didn't take up regular exercise until he was in his 70s. In his 70s.
And he still trains mostly in his backyard shed. Even though his fitness routine began later in life, he has now rowed the equivalent of almost 10 times around the globe and has won 4 world championships. I'm assuming for his age group, Josh, obviously.
Oh, sure.
So
isn't that crazy? Yeah. And, for his diet and stuff, he's like, yeah, I just eat a lot more protein than they say you're supposed to.
Well, dude, this guy is awesome. You know why? Because he's following the new research. He's not going by the standard government issued stuff.
Yeah.
Because this is all very new. Like, I'm sure me and him are fed the same algorithm stuff.
Yeah.
And that is what a lot of people are saying now is like more high protein diet is not going to kill you. Yeah. Like everybody believed. Yeah. Eggs aren't going to kill you. Like all this stuff.
I didn't realize very interesting. It says he's exceeding the usual dietary recommendation of about 60 grams of protein for someone his weight. Yeah. 60 grams in a day? I don't know. That feels low. But maybe for an old man.
He eats plenty of protein. His daily consumption regularly exceeds the usual dietary recommendations of about 60. Yeah, so it's saying that he's saying, yeah, your recommendation is 60 grams. I eat more than that. Yeah. Like a lot more. And they're like, and then this person from the Washington Post writing is like, he is scared to write this. He generally sometimes exceeds 60 grams. The dude's probably eating 120. Yeah, to eat 60 grams of protein, I mean, you're limiting yourself. You're consciously either eating a ton of carbs or you're intentionally limiting yourself because you think it's going to hurt you.
I don't know. I feel better eating protein than carbs.
Yeah. I almost guarantee you that this guy is eating 100 to 120.
Oh, yeah.
And they just are a little nervous. Yeah. But I mean, if this guy goes out on a limb and says, I eat a lot of protein, then he's making a statement to those of us who follow things. This is very interesting. Weight training. I'm curious if he mixes like 50, like does he spend 30 minutes a day doing
he exercises
cardio?
For 40 minutes a day.
Okay, so what does he split this up in? 20 minutes cardio and 20 minutes weight training 2 or 3 times a week he does weight training.
That's in addition to the 40 minutes a day.
Okay, this makes sense because I was going to say what the science is now is doing 30 minutes a day of cardio and then 30 minutes of lifting.
Yeah, that's what I've heard is like doing weightlifting and cardio.
Yeah, 5 times a week. Is that what he does?
Yeah, something like that.
This is very interesting. Every week he rows about 30 kilometers, about 18.5 miles, averaging around 40 minutes a day. Dude, this is hilarious. He and I do almost like the same thing. This is really weird.
But what gave me hope is that he didn't get started till he was 70.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That
and
shows
he's
the
doing
resilience.
this now. Like imagine, like he's probably like every day just extending his life.
Yeah.
Every day he's adding more time to his life. It's so cool. It's so neat. So anyways, it's just encouraging because it's like, okay, well, we're already doing this stuff and we're in our 30s.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And I was telling Sarah this, everybody was aging at the same rate when we were kids because everybody ate the same. Now it's really diverging. There's people who haven't changed anything and they're still eating Frosted Flakes and they're eating their Captain Crunch and Lucky Charms and stuff. Really heavy carb-based all this stuff, McDonald's, blah, blah, blah. Then there's those of us have broken away from that, and we're actually not just eating better, but we're actually consciously thinking of anti-aging things.
Right.
So when we get older, no one's going to look the same. It's going to be a group that look their age, and there's going to be those of us who don't look our age, but we really look our age, and they look older. So the 70-year-olds are going to look like 50 to 45-year-olds, and they're going to look like they're 80 or 90.
I think you can already see this to some degree.
Definitely.
Because there are people who are like, how old are you? You don't seem that old. I think mom and dad look younger than they are.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's good. It means they'll be this guy. Dad wants to be doing that decathlon thing. Is that what it's called?
Where you
the 100-year-old people.
Is that what Dad wants to do? Because that's what I'm saying I want to do. Did he say that?
He's always talking about that.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just like your father.
Yeah, exactly. Dad and I are on the same trajectory. We don't even realize it.
You'll be racing against each other, okay?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's great that you can be 70. My thing is I don't even think 70 is that old. I think in our minds we think it's old because everyone eats like really bad.
Right.
So
you're just getting started. This guy's just getting started.
Think about having the mindset of being 70 and thinking, wow, what language am I going to learn for the next 10 years that I can master and then go and visit that place. Man. But now we're like stressing out. We're like, in our 30s and we're like, oh my gosh, like we need to build something now so that we can.
We got 40 years. We got more than 60 double
years.
Yep. We got more than double of how much we've lived to get to where he is, and he's still going. Good for this guy. This truly gave me hope.